Hey, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Romantasy Roundtable, a tale of Rick and Roses. I'm joined with my roses.
Well, who are you first?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm Rick.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Kim.
And if you're still listening after that, we would always love and appreciate if you considered liking, subscribing, no matter which platform you're listening or watching us on, whether that be YouTube, the podcast services. We also have Book Talk, Bookstagram, an email that no one uses, Romantasy
Has anyone ever emailed us?
I mean, I've gotten spam.
No.
romantasyroundtable@gmail.com. And we're here at work.
We're here at work today.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, we are recording.
We're real people.
Welcome live from our comfortably chaotic office.
Yeah. How we doing?
Yeah, this is gonna be great. Doing fine. I had to unfortunately read this book that we finished. Is that the one we're doing now?
Yeah, we're doing Akafaf first.
I'm so sorry, everyone. For all of you who've seen the book top I've posted, you all agree too that this is rough. Except the one of you. One of you liked it, and I appreciate you. The one.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. We're trying to do a double header today. So we're trying to finish up chapters 36 through 45
That's the book.
of
No?
A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, the second book in the From Blood and Ash series by Jennifer Armentrout. And then we're digging into Mate by Allie Hazelwood.
We sure are. Not
Should
to
we-
be confused with Bride.
Should we just one of us gets a mic and the other two get to share one? Who's getting a mic?
I'll share.
Okay, you're going to share with me and Kim gets her own mic?
Yeah.
Cute.
She needs it because she's a close talker.
Okay.
Okay.
It's me and my mic over here by myself. Thank you.
All right, we are starting with chapter 36. Oh, we're using notes from the Proficient Reviewer today. These are not, to our knowledge, generated by AI. All right. Poppy confesses she fell in love with Cass first as Hawk and then as Cass. Despite her initial anger and guilt, she admits that her feelings are complex and she has fears, but she can't deny her love. Cass reassures her that her heart will always be safe with him. He then asks her to marry him. She happily agrees. And then later that day, she gets ready for her wedding with Vonetta's help, wears her beautiful gown, and just before the ceremony, she tucks her woven dagger into a sheath on her thigh.
Famously, on the last episode, I did not read chapter 35. And my note for chapter 35 says skipped. So I went to go read it, and I was like, this is 20 minutes long. ChatGPT, can you give me a summary of this chapter? And I was like, I feel like I know everything that happened. So I skipped chapter 35. And this chapter, I said, they're getting married today. I don't know how I'm going to finish this book.
When he asks her to marry him in this chapter, she responds and uses his full name, which immediately takes me out every single time.
It's right, it's a Hawk throne.
Hawk throne. Ugh.
Denier.
I hate it.
Yeah, I just wrote, I liked their love confession. I liked it. I'm going to not be a hater today. There's a lot that I liked about these chapters.
Yeah, not so much here.
Got it. All right, chapter 37. As the officiant, I'm an officiant.
You are.
I can marry them. As the officiant, Jasper explains the simple Atlantian wedding ceremony to Poppy. He explains that Poppy and Cass will place their rings in the soil and make small cuts on their palms. And after performing the ritual, a golden mark will appear on their palms, symbolizing their union. Just as the ceremony concludes, the sky turns completely black, a powerful omen that is meant to signify the gods' approval of
Nyctos? That guy. Okay.
That guy. He approves of their union.
Yeah, he sure did, apparently. And I got for this one, I was like, they get married. They talk a lot. And then they talked about something about they give the story of the first heartmate. There's a story of
that in this chapter?
Yeah, and I wrote, have AI explain the first heartmate story to me. And I forgot to do it. So there's a lot of backstory. And I'm like, I was really not. I just wanted this book to be over with.
Yeah, Rick was a grumpy shrimp about this. I wrote that I appreciate a wedding rite that isn't Christian. I feel like so often when we read weddings, even in these fantasy worlds, like they are like dominated by like the Christian understanding and construct of the marriage rite. And I really appreciated that this was just like not that at all. Like they don't say vows. They bury their rings in the soil. I was into it.
All right.
Back in their room, Cass explains that the marriage imprint will only disappear upon death or decree. Poppy asks about being heartmates. And like you said, they share blood. There's soup. They share blood, an Atlantean tradition meant to strengthen their bond. There's some soup. And then there's a songbirds call signaling that the Ascended have arrived.
Again, the Ascended always arrived. They're always coming back. They're like a bad cartoon villain.
All I noted was, yeah, I don't really love the sharing of the blood. Didn't really love the soup in here either. And that weird is the new word for random.
Yeah, but then random.
She loved random, and now it's weird.
Yeah, but random comes back though.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless me.
My summaries for chapter 38 are loading, so fill the dead air.
All right, I love filling dead air. I forgot what we call that in the business. It's something. It's a pregnant pause. It's called a pregnant pause. That's right. Pause.
Sacred pause.
So in chapter 38, the Ascended are attacking yet again for like the fourth time in this book. Okay. And then I said, all right, she's the queen's granddaughter. Just add another title to her. Like she's always the next something. At the end of the book, she's something else. This was kind of cool. I said heads were shot over in a catapult. But however, again, as always, I got to sour it. I was like, I think I'm supposed to be in shock, but I don't know half of the names they named.
Yeah. Okay, I said that too. So I got my summaries. As they prepare for the arrival, Cass urges Poppy to keep her hood up and stay unnoticed. The Duchess arrives and demands Poppy's return, claiming that she belongs to the queen. Poppy ignores Cass's instructions to stay hidden. She steps forward and asserts that she doesn't belong to anyone. The Duchess claims Poppy's mother was Queen Ileana's daughter, which makes Poppy the queen's granddaughter. Poppy and Cass don't believe her, as the Ascended cannot have children. Realizing that she can't persuade Poppy and Cass, the Duchess presents them with the severed heads of Elijah and Magda. Here are my notes. I wrote, I do like when Poppy describes the feelings. When she's feeling other people's feelings and they like taste and feel different in her body, I think that's interesting. Cass is being really like, touch her and die. And I wrote, is this book reverse harem or touch her and die? Make up your mind, Jenny. Jenny?
That's right.
Make up your mind.
Sorry, Jenny.
I'm tired of Cass saying that he's unworthy. I'm tired of it. It was cute once. I'm over it. And then I wrote, Mom. And then I wrote, Grandma. And then I wrote, I don't remember any of these people.
Right. There's so many people. I don't know their names. Elijah, I know we let him in at the door once a year.
Yes.
Right? We let him in once a year at the door.
Yeah, because we were talking about it in class and you were like, it's a Christian name. And I was like, Elijah is famously the prophet that we talk about at the Jewish holiday of Passover. And we're in a classroom filled with, like, honestly, mostly Jews in that room. Like in our class of 7, there were like 4 Jews.
Yeah.
And we were like, Rick, get us together. Elijah, we opened the door for him.
We do. I was there. I've been there many times.
Elijah was my baby name.
It's a good name.
And still until my stepbrother stole it from me.
Hmm.
So I have a stepnephew named Elijah.
That's cute. It's a good name. I don't know who Magda is, though.
I don't know who Magda is.
So both of them were in Spessa's End.
Sure.
No, not Spessa's End, because that's where they are right now. They were in the
Pompeii.
other town. Pompeii.
I'm going to get up and
No,
make
the
sure
town
that my
before
sword's loading.
Pompeii.
Okay.
The place before they went to Pompeii. Because Pompeii was where all the buried people were.
Great.
Anyways, that town where they were attacked by the Ascended the last time
Right.
that we did this is where Elijah and
Is that
Magda
New
were.
Haven?
New Haven,
God,
yes.
I can't.
Yes, the hellhole that is New Haven. That's where Elijah
Great
and
pizza.
Magda came from.
How is this a book? How is this a book?
My notes for the chapter, though, well, okay. I want to back up because I missed the fact that I did have notes for the other chapter, for chapter 37, including my favorite sentence in the entire written language now, which is when Jennifer wrote, I've always known you like that. I enjoy when you make me bleed. And I was just like, how much are we going to go back and forth here in terms of. Okay, we are getting creative with the mics over here.
Okay.
Anyways, it's a really poorly written sentence. It's not expressed well. I hate it. This chapter, I wrote Poppy, shut the fuck up. Because,
Please.
Well, he was like, stay hidden. And then immediately she was like, I am here. And it was like, no, you idiot. Like, you could have just stayed out of sight and this would have probably been different.
I said this in the last episode, but like Poppy is way more useful as a medic than as a soldier. And she's definitely not useful as like not listening to the commands that her commanding officer. Like, has anyone ever been to war? Like, what are we doing?
And I felt like the Duchess was playing to reason to them. Like, she was actually trying to have a conversation about like giving Poppy back and why.
I believed her.
And
yeah,
then
I was with the Duchess. Like, everything you're saying is logical.
And then she throws 2 decapitated heads at them. And so I was like, you were making a whole lot of sense, and now you're throwing heads.
It sounds like at least 2. Like, there might have been more.
Yeah, there might have been more.
Oh, there were like 4 at least. Yeah.
I think there were like mad heads.
Yeah. Right.
But I was just like, why did you waste your breath when you were going to throw decapitated heads at everybody that you had already decapitated?
And here are the notes for chapter 39. There was a battle.
Cass leaps from the rise to engage the ascended army, with the Guardians following. Poppy and Quentin support from above with their bows and arrows. Seeing the defenders are outnumbered, Poppy joins the battle on the ground and kills a knight who's about to attack Cass. I wrote, I'm having trouble tracking sides. I couldn't track who was doing what. Poppy and Cass move to confront the Duchess. Flaming arrows fly towards them. Cass shoves Poppy to the ground and shields her with his body. They find themselves surrounded by flames. I also wrote, Poppy, you're an idiot. I don't know why. But she...
Really? You don't know why?
Well, I don't remember why specifically. I think it's because she like jumps to the ground. I don't know. And she also includes a line here, I would have to vomit about that later.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I like that. You can save that one for later.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a really confusing battle. That's what I got from that chapter.
Chapter 40?
Chapter 40.
The larger ascended army approaches, Cass vows to get Poppy to safety. They struggle through the battle, and Poppy becomes overwhelmed by the intense emotions around her. Desperate to stop the onslaught, she holds her dagger to her throat and threatens to kill herself if the ascended come any closer. Just then, the Wolven reinforcements, led by Jasper, Netta, and Dor Delano, arrive and turn the tide of the battle. Soon after, the Atlantean soldiers on horseback join the fight, further strengthening their position. Amid the chaos, Poppy spots Duchess Tierman's carriage and confronts her. She reveals that Ian and Malik are alive. Poppy kills her with a dagger. Cass catches up. And they have soup in the carriage.
What chapter is this?
40.
Let's see. I wrote, Atlantia came to help. I think that's what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Atlantia came to help. Poppy killed that old chick after the old chick told her Tony ascended. And I said, I'm going to be so mad if they took away the best character in this book before she even came back. Tawny.
Yeah, I have some notes here. When Kieran shows up, he like looks at their hands and they're like, yeah, you missed it. But they describe him as like basically booping the hand and like trotting away. And like, I really just don't think that the Omegaverse is for me, because I'm like, is he a puppy? Or is he involved in this throuple? Because I can't, those are separate in my mind. That he can't be booping and trotting. And also, I also wrote, how big is this carriage? And then I wrote, wait, what? Because I don't know why they're having soup.
Okay, everything about the carriage is bad. First off, it's the middle of a battle. Why is there a carriage? Like, why? How did they even manage to roll up in a like royal carriage into the battlefield? Like, the actual logistics of this don't make sense to me. And then yes, they say to each other that they find each other arousing during battle. And this reminded me so much of ACOTAR, as I wrote again, Feyre, there are people dying here. And they have this conversation back and forth too, but they're like, but it's the middle of a battle. I feel so conflicted right now. But then they proceed to have the soup anyways. And so it was just like,
What are we doing?
this is gross. Right.
Always time for soup.
Literally, people are dying. Stop having sex.
Kim, there's people that are dying. Not this Kim. Kim Kardashian, Kim.
Kim was an Eminem song.
Chapter 41?
If you put that in to our music league round this week, I'm going to be big mad at you.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
It's a terrible song. For those of you who don't remember the late 90s and Eminem. What album was that, Rick?
There was a Slim Shady LP. I think it was like track 8 or 9. Love that album. It's like one of my favorite albums.
It's a terrible song.
Chapter 41.
Let's see if I was right. You hold this.
While Cass and Kieran escort the lone survivor of the Ascendant's army, who is tasked with delivering him. Oh, so there's like a lone survivor, and they're basically like, go back to the king and queen and tell them what happened here. Poppy stays behind to tend to the injured. She's healing those who accepted her help, and a Wolven thanks her for her bravery. He warns her about potential hostility from those who don't understand her abilities, and hints that the king might have the Atlantian king, King Valen.
Sorry, I'm an idiot. It was the Marshall Mathers LP. Come on, Rick.
Might have ulterior motives, possibly planning to use Poppy to send a message to the Ascended. In this part, she's like talking to the Wolven, and the Wolven's like, yeah, they love Cass, but they didn't choose you. And I'm like, this isn't a democracy. They didn't choose any of these clowns. Like, what are we talking about? So they say Cass is our prince, but Valen is our king. So Cass returns to the room to find Poppy in the tub. He tells her that the Wolven felt her calling for them on the megaphone. They want to see her all alone. Just kidding. During the battle when they were surrounded, which is why they came to their aid, as they talk, Cass informs Poppy that they will depart for Atlantia the next day. She voices her concerns about the lack of trust from Atlanteans and the king's plans for her. And he's like, you're going to be fine.
You're totally fine.
You're fine. Poppy then reveals that the Duchess mentioned Tawny was going to ascend. She said the queen would be pleased to know that her granddaughter married the Prince of Atlantia, achieving her goal of taking Atlantia. They also mentioned something called a Siren. They're like joking, like, yeah, like you're going to run into a Siren. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Nope, no idea.
I didn't realize how many songs were on the Marshall Mathers LP. There were so many skits on this too. I was completely off. It was like
skits.
track 16, but there were so many skits on this album. I love this album. This is like one of my favorite albums. What were we talking about? What chapter?
41.
I said, oh my God, she's now a wolf siren and can call them. Yes. We all heard you. Oh my God, please. I want to ascend. Take me. Take me.
Meow.
God.
Chapter 42. The next day, Poppy, Cass, and their group leave Spessa's End for Atlantia. They enter the mist-shrouded Skodos Mountains. Cass uses playful, suggestive language to distract Poppy from her rising anxiety.
Sorry, I have a quote from this. Keep going.
After passing through the mist, they reach the trees of Eos.
Yep.
Eos.
Ayo.
They reach the trees of Adios, and Cass suggests that they split up and travel in smaller groups. I wrote a couple things. The first thing I wrote is they keep talking about Beckett just like frolicking along, and I thought that was cute. I wrote, I need Cass to take a cold shower. Take a cold shower. And then I wrote, who are all these people?
Okay, so this is 42 you said? I said they're walking together somewhere in some mist. Then I wrote, they need to sleep side by side together, and every single one of them is so thirsty for a threesome. Every single one of them.
I wrote, okay, so just join already.
Right.
Right? I was like, why are we continuing to play this out? Clearly this is going to happen.
It has to happen in the third book.
That's what I said.
It's like a numerology thing. So as Rick alluded to, Poppy, Cass, and Kieran reach a resting place in the mountains. Cass and Kieran explain that the enchanted mist serves as a protective barrier for the pillars of Atlantia. As night falls, Poppy realizes that she, Cass, and Kieran are supposed to sleep close together. This makes her feel awkward and stirs up mixed emotions.
It doesn't.
But to manage her anxiety, she imagines a different, more comforting future. And as she drifts off to sleep, she hears a soft whisper calling her name.
Yeah, but before that, I was done with the book with one specific line. I was like, this is, out of everything we've read so far, this was the line for me. I mentally throat punched myself. That's what she said. I said, I'm out. I'm done.
I didn't even clock that.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I mentally throat punched myself? But mentally.
Right? And why? And what?
I can't. The one of you, I'm sorry. I know one of you likes this book. You commented. And I'm like jealous and happy for you because I didn't want to go through this.
Okay, so actually giving some real sort of literary criticism here. We started in chapter 36, and this is up to 42. Those were 6 incredibly boring chapters. There was a battle, like stuff kind of happened, but it was really drawn out and frankly just not an exciting read.
Agreed.
And then we get to chapter 42 and we literally switch gears. And so suddenly we're now on a journey.
Right.
And I'm like, we're on chapter 42. We have like less than 60 pages to go in this thing. And we're now having some big thing about to happen in the mist. We know that we're supposed to arrive in some big place after this. And so it was just like pacing wise, what are we trying to do here? This doesn't make sense.
I felt the exact same way. I was like, I felt the book should have ended after the battle. And like, there's more?
Yeah, it's like confusing to me where she chooses to end and start the books. Like I kind of felt this way in the first book too. Like I'm like, what are we doing?
Bet.
Chapter 43.
43.
Poppy dreams of the night her parents were killed. Oh, hold on. Mary texted me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she wants to. Okay, I think we can get there.
I believe in us.
Okay.
That's what happens when we do this at work calls.
Poppy dreams of the night her parents were killed. A familiar yet elusive man speaks to her, and she feels that she knows him. Driven by a need to see his face, she follows the cloaked figure. I wrote, "You're not my real dad." Just as she nears the edge of a cliff, a golden mist appears and a woman emerges, stopping her from stepping off. She tells Poppy to go home and promises she'll find the truth there. Without warning, Cass grabs Poppy's waist and pulls her back to safety. Shaken, she tells Cass and Kieran about her dream and the woman who saved her. You didn't like this?
No, and I'll tell you why I didn't like it. Because she had a dream about stuff that we already knew.
It's different.
It's not really. Like, we didn't really learn too much more. Like, we knew that someone was there where their parents died. It was just a retelling of something we already knew.
But it was a little bit more. I mean, this feels like Violet's dreams, where like a little bit more gets uncovered each time.
Yeah.
And so we did get some additional details. And I think notably, she is recognizing that she knows the voice in some way.
Sure.
I have ideas about who it is. We can talk about that afterwards. So, I mean, it tells us something.
Like, sure, but like with Violet and them, that was resolved in the same book.
Okay, fair.
We're gonna have to wait a whole new book to find that out.
But she starts dreaming in the second book, and we find out about the dreams in the third book. And frankly, I still don't think we know everything about the dreams.
Yeah, we definitely don't know everything.
I hate it.
Suddenly, the ground trembles, and Kieran, though skeptical, explains that it's a god returning to rest. I love when gods are real. I love it. And the gods really like her. Poppy, Cass, and Kieran leave the Skotos Mountains and they meet their group at Gold Rock. The mist clears. Poppy and Cass discuss the possibility that the goddess Adios saved her. Cass notes that the gods seem to favor her, pointing out that even Nyktos approved of their marriage. They reunite at Gold Rock. They arrive at the Pillars of Atlantia, and Cass welcomes Poppy home. Anything?
No, I have nothing. I said everything I need to say.
Chapter 44. When the group arrives at Scion's Cove, Alistair is relieved to see everyone safe, but shocked to find Poppy and Cass already married. He suggests a private talk with Cass, but Cass insists on speaking in front of Poppy. Sensing the tension, Poppy asks to leave to avoid any arguments before the king and queen arrive. And Lil Beckett, little traitor puppy,
I'm so mad about this,
steps in and offers to give her a tour of the chambers of Nyktos. And as they walk, he explains that the name comes from the tombs beneath the chambers. She's distracted by the beautiful scenery, and she doesn't notice when he slips away. She's surrounded by a dozen Atlanteans and mortals who recognize her as the maiden and accuse her of being a soul eater. They hurl insults, call her a whore. They throw rocks at her. Overwhelmed by their emotions, her skin starts to vibrate, and suddenly, without warning, the sky rains blood.
Yeah, sure.
This chapter is 30 minutes long.
I don't understand how Rick was not interested in this part.
Yeah.
This one part at the end I liked. When I don't think we're there. I didn't even realize there was a chapter 45. I stopped taking notes.
Because chapter 45 is good. Like, the end of this is actually really
again,
unfortunately good.
As I said,
compared to the rest of the book.
Like, I'm comparing it to Game of Thrones. Sorry, guys. But like Game of Thrones, for 57 minutes, nothing happens in an episode. And then the last 3 minutes, everything happens and everyone's like, oh my God, did you see the episode was so good? I'm like, no, just the last 3 minutes were good. And that's how I felt about
This
this.
is the Red Wedding.
I mean, it's everything. Like, it's when Poppy Pedro Pascal dies, right? Like, sorry if I spoiled that for you. The show's old and overrated. Like, nothing happened in the episode. Poppy Pedro fights this big dude. We think he wins. Then he gets his eyes blown up.
I was mad about Beckett, as I was saying, because she did set him up as being like this cute little kid who
He was frolicking.
is frolicking and is largely in his wolven form. And yeah, like,
He's a little
I'm
puppy.
picturing the puppy with like the tongue lolling out of its mouth. And then he is the actual traitor here.
Yeah.
And that's just sad.
I wrote, it's pretty, we get it. I wrote, I'd probably faint, but I don't know why I wrote that. I think they were just talking about fainting, and like, just to be very clear, like, I'm a fainting goat, so like, I'd probably faint. Then I wrote Beckett, no, and then I wrote lightning, Violet.
True.
I also in an earlier chapter wrote, oh, are we soul eating? And I didn't talk about that, so I want to mention that I did say that in an earlier chapter.
Maybe our friends are the traitors we met along the way.
Chapter 45.
Ew.
As the sky bleeds, the group sees it as a sign of fulfilling the god's decree. They're about to kill her, but Poppy's eyes begin to glow.
Okay, I like
She
this.
absorbs their hatred and channels it back, killing them all. We are soul eating. In the aftermath, Poppy notices a blood forest tree growing where her blood fell. Suddenly, 100 Wolven, led by Jasper, arrive at the chambers of Nyktos and surround her because she's a wolf siren. Cass, his parents, and Alistair are also present. Unexpectedly, Cass kneels before Poppy and draws his swords. Queen Elena of Avalor then renounces her crown and proclaims Poppy as the new queen of Atlantia. She says, the last descendant of the most ancient ones, who carries the blood of the king of the gods.
Yeah, this was good. There, I said it. It was good. I like this. I didn't need to take this long to get here. But like, I liked the power thing. That was a real, like, very, very cool new use of her power. And I was like, I'm with it. But then it's like, oh, you have the blood of a god. I'm like, not another thing. I don't know.
This is not
Just-
how I pictured soul eating either. Like, I don't know what I thought that was going to be, but it's not that. Like, I don't know. I guess I didn't expect that she would like kill them that way, like with their own hatred. I don't know. I can't even articulate what I pictured, but
I
it was
like that.
this.
That was very cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, I loved the last two chapters of this book.
I did too.
I liked the things. I liked learning about her power. Yes, the betrayal part was very cool. It was like the last two chapters were the best part of the book.
Basically, Jenny should stick to writing plot and not romance.
That's it. That's
right?
it.
Plot, not romance.
Yeah. All right. Give me your hot takes.
We need stars and soups, yeah?
Okay. Want to do that first?
Or you want to do hot takes? Either way.
I don't remember what we do. It feels like it's been 100 years since we finished a book. I've lived 1,000 lifetimes reading A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. All right. Stars.
This is hard. So here's the thing. The bar is the night circus. It's better than the night circus. And I like the night circus. I think I retroactively gave a 2. But to me, this book feels like a 2. So in order for me to do this, I'm going to have to rate the night circus a 1.
So what did you rate the first from Blood and Ash?
I think I gave it a 3.5.
So you liked this less than that book?
I did like this less. It was, I don't know.
You liked the first one.
I did like the first one. I was like, this is interesting. I'm curious where this is going to go. Blah, 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 blah. And I just think the what did you call it? Like the 75% mark?
Sure.
I don't know. Like,
Oh, the third quarter. Yeah. So I talked about this on the last episode that like the third quarter of a run or the third quarter of a game or a movie or anything is like the hardest quarter. So the third quarter slump really like killed you here.
yeah, no, it's probably the worst I've ever read, period. And I read a lot. I'm a book. It's probably the worst I've ever read. It like really ruined the rest of the book for me. And I was enjoying this for the most part up until then. Like if I had to give the first half of this book a rating, it's not better or worse than the original one. I'm giving it probably the same thing, 3.5. And like literally that third quarter, I have to give a 1. It was awful. And like this last quarter picked it up probably to a 3.5 again, at least for me. But that third quarter was so bad. Like I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, I think I've struggled with this because, like, I think I gave the first book a 2.5, and I feel like the first book I was like in it, and then like, and then the ending really crashed for me. And this one was kind of like the opposite, where I was like, ha ha ha, it's funny how bad it is, and then I was like, I'm just kind of like, I didn't hate it as much as you did, but then I really loved the ending. So I think, it's like recency bias where like the first book I was like, well, it ended bad, and the second book it ended good. So I think it's a 3 for me. Um, I wasn't as miserable as you were when we were miserable, but I think I was also happier that I don't know. I think it's a 3 for me.
I'm okay with giving this a 3 as well. Like, because the Night Circus it's not a 1, I don't think. Like it was a story.
Was it?
No. But is it a 1?
I don't know, man. I don't remember the Night Circus.
Whatever. If the Night Circus is a 1.5, okay, the book wasn't a 2. You're right. Like I'm okay with giving this a 3 because I'm fine with a 3 as well. That makes sense to me. Like it's slightly worse than the first one for me, specifically because of that chapter. 3 feels right.
Okay, well, Kim has to give her stars.
No, I know.
I was like, is anyone going to ask me? I can't give it a 3. I can't. I think I'm settling on a 2.5 because I think I gave the Night Circus a 2, even though I did recognize that there were people who liked the Night Circus for their right reasons. I love the last 2 chapters. I just can't say that it redeems the entire book enough for me to pull it up to a 3.
See, I liked the majority of the book. That's it. That's why I'm okay with the 3.
How do we feel about a 2.75?
Whatever. I mean, Jennifer obviously doesn't care about what she writes. Let's give it a 2.75.
Let's give it a 2.5. I think that's what we gave the first one, right?
I think it is what
So
we
you gave the first one.
I know, but as a pod, I think we gave it a 2.5.
Yeah, we either give it a 2.5 or a 3. I'd have to
All
go
right,
back and listen.
let's give it a 2.5. The series is a 2.5.
Yep. That's where we are.
Soup.
I didn't like it. Like there was a decent amount of it, but I think I've said it before. It felt kind of, most of it felt rapey to me. Especially that one part where she was like, no. And he was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know. 3.
I'm going to 2.
Yeah.
I don't really love the feeding soup. I don't really love the.
Hey guys, look, we got a announcement.
Oh gosh.
There's an announcement on this crisp fall afternoon. Guys, I just want you to know, if you're part of the junior varsity or varsity girls volleyball team, please make your way down to the lobby. You got a game. Oh, once again, if you're a member of the junior varsity volleyball team girls, please make your way down to the lobby. And good luck. Go Lady Lightning. And she's gone.
It's just lightning. It's not Lady Lightning.
Didn't someone one day call it Lady Lightning like years ago?
Yes, and we don't do that anymore.
I don't know. I was just riffing.
He loves to make an announcement, by the way.
He loves an announcement.
He really loves
I don't
it.
know. I agree. I think it's like a 2 for me.
Yeah, I got to give it a 2. I don't like the feeding. I don't like the threesome that should have just become a threesome at that point.
Yeah, I'm just join or don't.
Right.
I'm telling you, if that join happened, you're going to 4. They teased me with the join.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't know.
Don't look at me when you say that.
We'll see how we feel about the joining when the joining
Yeah,
actually
I'm
happens.
like, I don't know, man. Shut up and do it. Like, that's
Right?
how I feel about it. I'm like, we don't need to talk about this for a whole book and then not do it. Like, are we doing it or are we not doing it? Like,
Exactly. I'm here for some queer romantasy.
right.
So, like, let's
say
just
it
do
with your whole chest.
Yes.
That's my life motto. Say it with your whole chest. Like, let's just join or don't. That's it. That's how I feel.
That should be on a t-shirt, join or don't.
Join or don't.
I really think we got some good merch
I
going
think
on.
we have some really good merch going on.
I just think we need one that just says the joining. And so it's like, if people know, people are like, oh God.
As a member of a 3-person podcast, I will not be wearing a shirt that says the joining.
Yours will say, not today.
My friends are with me and I'm not afraid.
Oh my God. All right. Give me your hot takes.
This book was awful.
I meant like, what do you think is going to happen next? Like, what are your
Oh.
theories? What's going on?
Okay. If I'm gonna go all in on the fact that I won't know because I'm not gonna read the rest.
Lies.
Oh, she's looking at her face. She's probably got a work text or email.
Girl, 1:15.
1:15 is over.
1:15 was an hour ago.
That was an hour ago.
They just called to remember how I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow and it's like
Oh,
they've
your
moved
test
it like
that's been-
5 times. They just called to confirm my 1:15 appointment
Nice.
Today?
Congratulations.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's a 2:45.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry.
Okay, what's gonna happen? I don't know, man. Do we have to read the rest of this? Let's see.
Okay.
They're gonna join in the next book because it's the third book, as we've said. And then Cass is gonna get really jealous, probably because she's gonna like Kieran more, and I'm gonna like Kieran more.
But what if she gets really jealous of Kieran?
No, that's not gonna happen. There's no way that'll happen. That's not this book. That's another book. It's not this one. She's gonna like renounce that I'm the queen of whatever. Oh, and then she's gonna get some other power. She's gonna get some other power. She's not just the god blood. She's like the universal ultimate something. It's like Dragon Ball Z. She's gonna power up again.
It's true that she does have. They've been alluding to the fact that she's got more than one bloodline
Yeah.
in her, so there is going to be more happening here. The shitster is the guy.
Oh yeah, Alistair's the guy.
I mean, it's like literally in his name.
yeah,
All a stir. Like he is the shitster,
yeah,
and he is the guy in the dream.
yeah, for sure. And he's like he's like the right hand of the king and
king.
queen of Atlantia.
Mm-hmm.
And so like her parents were a threat to Atlantia because they are the children of this queen of Solus, who I think is not ascended but is an Atlantean.
Yeah, I think so too.
I actually do have a hot take. I thought about this. I needed some redeeming thing for this book and the next book. The third person that was like when her parents died, I think it was Cass.
I don't think so because I don't think he didn't respond when she said the name of her parents.
But Alistair did.
But Alistair did. Exactly. That's my point. So that's why I feel like it was Alistair.
Yeah, but I want something to like real. I need something to like
That's fair.
keep me going. And like if it's Cass, I'm like, I would like to see where that goes.
Man, if it's Cass and they have made us sit through this terrible romance only for him to like truly be the bad guy.
I just have to say,
mad.
there have been so many like Cass betrayed me and I have to work through it. Cass betrayed me and I have to work through it. I am exhausted by that. If
Yes.
that is what's happening here, like if that's why everyone jumped ship after book 3, then like that will make me jump ship after book 3. Like I have Cass betrayal fatigue. I will be done. No, thank you.
I'm gonna admit that I'm probably gonna spoil the next couple books for myself because I just like
need to know.
I don't even want to know. Let's end this. What do we have to do? Let's see what we're reading. I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. What else are we reading?
I have less than 3 hours left of Crescent City Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. And yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. I still contend that it's probably the worst of What's Her Face's books or series. But that doesn't mean it's bad, right? Like Back to the Future 3 is the worst Back to the Future, but it's not bad. I enjoyed it, right? So that's what this series is. It's Back to the Future 3.
I finished a Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I gave it a 3.5. I think as far as horror books go, I think I made the right choice. It's just not for me. Like the plot was good. The storyline was interesting. I liked the characters, but there is just like icky. Like somebody is murdered by a pack of rats. There's a lot of bugs. Trigger warning for like everything. I don't know. Horror books are not for me, but I did it. I got my Goodreads reward, and I am almost done with One Last Stop, which I will rave about when I finish because I love it.
Yeah, the list of trigger warnings that you showed us on
For Southern Book Club's Guide, yeah,
was intense.
It's
So
insane.
That's a lot. I have less than 7 hours left in Crescent City. Still enjoying it. I was at the dentist yesterday, and I was sitting in the dentist chair waiting for the actual dentist, and got to the first soup scene in the book so far, and hot damn, I was in the dentist chair being like Amanda in the park. I have to wrap this up and leave. Like, I cannot be here right now. Somebody's going to walk in behind me and see something on this page and be like, what are you doing?
She's not wrong. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, the way that she has progressed in her writing of soup scenes from Throne of Glass to Akatar to this, like, next level shit here.
It really is. Like in Throne of Glass, she's like, and then they close the door, and the next morning they're like, tee
Right, and they like smooched, yeah.
Right.
And now
That's called a closed door romance.
All right, finish.
All right, your homework is to read chapters prologue through 12 of Mate by Allie Hazelwood. That's the next book that we're reading. Spoilers, we've already read those chapters.
And we like it.
So
join us.
And join us, because it's going to be fun.
They're going to join us? You said it, not me. So did you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.